Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I decided to spend an entire half of a week working on this transition to the next part in my level for Jam Attack Creator Contest number 5. I decided to have a stupid idea to make a parallax in which you would enter the cave through a little opening, a cave opening inside a wall. Now, this is hard because I've never made a parallax this complicated. The most experience with parallax I have is this. And guess what? This took me ages to make for some reason. It was horrible. I have to tell you what, this was horrible. It took 600 objects just to build that one parallax. So today I decided to make another parallax before a transition that's way bigger and way more ambitious. Here is what happened in day 1 as a retrospect, because I decided not to record me viewing different people's videos on YouTube. Ooh, look at this cool video that Jam Attack made on how to make 3D shapes in GD. And wow, it seems like it's no use because all he teaches is how to line a parallax. And guess what? I already watched this video like 5 times in my lifetime. And would you look at that? This 3-second part in his video where he built Glorious Fortress was way more helpful than that short. I hate YouTube shorts. On to my level. Day 2 started as I started to pick out the block palette and what I would be using for the blocks of this transition. What type of detailing I would like to add to this transition. I mean, the fact is clear. We can't just have a part that looks very bland as a transition. We want it to be detailed, yet still simplistic. Something that Jam Attack surprisingly does well in his levels. Day 3 started as I searched for many images on Google for cave entrances. And guess what? The first one was a perfect match, and I would definitely be using this one as a reference. Since my level is about amethysts and crystals, this jagged-like structure paired with the jagged rocks inside Geometry Dash really adds for a neat, simple, yet effective way to describe the crystal in my level. And here I am, day 3, using that picture and starting to add the parallax part of the thing. I decided to do the parallax first and not the detailing, which ended up being a horrible mistake that I have yet to fix. You can see the amount of times I paused, go to the HSV color, made it less dim, or more dim, less bright, and changed the group. As I also made the Z order go down. This was such a tedious process, and I had to make sure not a single one of them was in the wrong group, wrong HSV brightness, or in the wrong Z order, or else I would mess up this whole entire part. My thing right now, you can see, is that there is a simple gradient. If you stand back far enough, you would see a gradient. You won't really see the parts where the blocks intersect each other and that ugly line you can see. But I ended up not wanting to do this frame by frame like something Sputniks would do. So instead, well, I just made a parallax, a simple parallax, not frame by frame parallax. It was a great idea. Day 4 started with me doing the trigger work for it. It was a lot of trial and error of me finding out which move time it fits perfect for the movement of this singular thing. At the end, this is what it looked like. Alright, let's test it out. Alright, That's pretty sick. I think that's the frame where the player will jump in. That's actually pretty sick, I gotta say. That's cool. I'm proud of myself. Good. That's good. After inhaling some copium, as you can tell, I decided to do a flashbang. Flashbang the player with a gradient trigger because that's the only way I know how to, well, fully make the screen white and do the transition because the parallax wouldn't just end with one side of the wall. You need two sides of the wall to make a parallax or make a 3D object, don't you? So I I don't know. This was all a blur. This, to be honest, while I'm editing this was all a blur. Day 4, because that was the last day I worked on this, and day 5, I did basically nothing. All I did was build a cave. So the flashbang was really for reflecting the lines enough that it looks like you passed through it again. And here is me, day 5, trying to build the cave system, or the cave entrance actually, really badly. I'll just tell you the finished product because my video is already 6 minutes, and I want retention. There it is. How wonderful is that? And, yeah, all I have to do is fit it into the transition, just like that, and I am done for this transition. Took me a week, worth the week. Now, I would decorate the other parts, give it more texture soon enough. Just note that it would not be for basically the next month. I would probably polish this transition up by adding some texture, like stone textures to it. Probably when I do the finishing details of the level. Otherwise, I'm done with this transition and I'm ready to impress my friends with them. Crystal sounds, crystal sounds. Bong. Shakalaka. Crystal sounds, crystal sounds. This cover is for copyright reasons, so don't worry about it. I will use the full song when I'm finished or something. I don't know. I'm not doing this anymore.